Hello everyone, you should be able to hear me now. I'll be calling up a couple of the different pages here in just a second, but want to make sure that um, looks like I am actually on the air over on Twitch, and you can now hear me. I'm doing some work behind the scenes. Unfortunately, just before going live here today, the computer that I use to stream ran into some kind of significant hardware issue. It was simply unable to boot. So I have had to take evasive maneuvers, as it were, and I am currently sitting at my desk. But because I'm currently sitting at my desk, I don't even have a webcam right now hooked up to my desk. But even if I did, it would probably not be the smartest thing to just sort of hey, why don't you go take a look at all this cool secret stuff? So how's it going, everyone? I'm live on YouTube and I'm live on Twitch, but I am not yet, and I may not be able to be live on Facebook, unfortunately, today. I'm having an authentication issue when I try to stream from my particular stream software here to Facebook Live for DDO. So I think I'm just going to have to say sorry, Facebookians, not today, and just stream to YouTube and Twitch. Sorry about that, folks. I'm getting in some kind of basically like authentication loop, unfortunately, through XSplit, which I need to sort through when I'm not 10 minutes late because my computer died. So I hope you're having a good day here. It's fine. It's fine. We recently reopened the worlds. I guess it was, what, about 10, no, 11, 10, 10:30ish, something like that today. So the worlds are currently open, and we do have the release notes if you want to take a look at that. They're available on DDO.com. And let me just quick call it up in case there's anything that is worth maybe mentioning here. But Update 43 patch 1 is really the Night Revels patch, and exciting news, it's going to be starting tomorrow. When we come back up on Thursday, usually late morning is when we activate the various events and bonuses in DDO, and when that happens tomorrow morning, the Night Revels will be open through November 3rd. Now, probably I think we're kind of calling it starting technically maybe on Friday for the purposes of our folks in Europe who are, 6 hours ahead of us and all the rest. But in actuality, the event begins late tomorrow morning Eastern Time. So hope you're digging that. We do have a new challenge quest that's going to be coming in the Night Revels here this year called Smashing Pumpkins. And we got a couple of new pieces of loot here as well, including a new decorative armor set, similar to the Night Revels regalia that you may be familiar with from previous Night Revels. Evasive maneuvers are not easy in heavy armor. That's true. Uh, Also, if you have a strength of 1. I know. There you go. All right. Let's see. I'm also, by the way, going to get the game client going here in just a second. I'm actually had to because we had just gone live with a new updated game client. The computer that's sitting at my desk needed to download the updated game client, and that is now done. So in just a couple of minutes here, I'm going to be actually live in game on the Hardcore League, running some Hardcore League stuff. I figured for the Wednesday show here, between now and November 15th, it probably makes sense to just stay on the Hardcore League and do that. So if you are into the Hardcore League and want to join me, I will be in game in just a moment. And there's nothing wrong with your screen. I don't have a webcam where I am, so I'm just kind of talking a little bit here after my stream computer died just prior to going live. All right, let's see, where are we? Let me get XSplit going. Hey, that worked. Hope you've been enjoying the Hardcore League, by the way. I know it's been going pretty well. If I'm perhaps a little bit quieter than normal, it's only to try to spare the poor ears of the Lotro team, which actually is within pretty close earshot to me. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but unfortunately for me streaming at my desk today, they're really hard at work on their own activities. Getting ready to try to get an expansion out the door. So I want to try to not be too disruptive to their activity if at all possible. But hey, it's lunch. Ha ha. Alright. Now I've got YouTube chat up. Thank you so much, Snow White Fox and Reese, for being here today. I guess this is going to be kind of a chill stream. Let me type in the character name, who is currently level 7. Actually, it looks like I'm not even going to need it. Rick. I'm just going to take the first bodies who join me. And it's penultimate. Is the character name penultimate. And the reason I am doing that it's kind of a funny name because I'm trying to do this thing where I do 2. You don't see my fingers. Oops. I'm doing two lives. This is going to be the one that hits favor on level 20, and then ultimate is going to hit the Reaper, ideally. Except in actuality, it may well be that this character just dies. But hopefully that doesn't happen, and we'll see what's going on. Yep. What date for transferring characters from Hardcore? ATJCom_2 says on Twitch. We're currently working on that. The Hardcore League runs through November 15th, after which point we'll probably have some kind of downtime, in which case we do data gathering and things of that nature. And then at that point, at some point as soon as possible, we're going to probably reopen the worlds for, let's say, a couple of weeks, something like that, so that people can log in and get things from their shared accounts into their inventories, drop their guild membership. Remember, your guild stuff is not going to be preserved, right? Because this is the Hardcore League season, so... same with your Astral Shards. If for some reason you got a bunch of those, spend them now. But anyway, by, let's say, hopefully middle of next week here, we're looking to have a kind of last 30 days FAQ that'll be published over on DDO.com. And it'll explain a little bit about kind of, how we're, just a reminder of here are the goals, and here's what you need to do, and here's how you access it. And then we'll also do some things like, well, how are we going to do the world transfers, the free ones, and when, and all those kind of details, and what are some of the things you're going to need to pay attention to, like, stuff in your shared account, and whether or not you were a guild leader. So we're going to have more info on that, probably, like I say, middle of next week. But just to kind of tell you now, that's the plan, in a wider sense, is to basically have the Hardcore League just kind of run through the end of its tenure. Then at some point, fairly soon after that, most likely bring the worlds up for a couple of weeks, and then give people an opportunity to do what they need to do, and transfer their characters off. Alright, what do I got here? Hey, a bell of opening is actually not entirely terrible to have on the Hardcore League server here. I'll take that. What am I going to be running today? I'm not actually sure. So here, for those who weren't around last week, you may well know that on the Hardcore League, I am proving to be about as bad as you'd think. Actually, no, I'm better than you think. Oh man, I'm so good at this. I'm totally going to top the leaderboard. I may be towards the bottom now, but surely I've got time. No, but what I am doing though, however, is looking to be goal focused. By hitting 1750 favor, I'll get one of the cosmetics. By hitting level 20, I'll get the other. I already hit a level 5 total here on this character, provided they stay alive to level 20. And what I'm going to do then is, at that point, with whatever time is remaining, see if maybe slightly I can hit her, get started on Reaper, or at least get some practice in for if there is a next time around or something of that nature. So that's really what I've got going on. So what does that mean for the content you're going to be seeing here on the live stream over the next couple of weeks? Is I'm going through the Adventure Compendium and I'm going through the various quests and completing them on, by default, hard difficulty level. Now, why not elite? Why not elite is for a couple of different reasons. Mostly due to the amount of time involved. By running it on hard, not only does it make it far less likely that I and those with me are going to die, but frankly we're going to be able to tear through these quests at a much faster clip than we might not otherwise. Well, if you run it all on hard, you're not going to be hitting that 5,000 favor. True, we're not going to hit 5,000 favor by doing that, but remember that's not the goal. The goal on this character is 1750 favor on level 20. And both of those can be accomplished by the time I hit level 20, even if I run things, for the most part, and perhaps only even, on hard. Skipping a few quests along the way that probably are best not attempted, shall we say. And you can kind of see I've been doing that. I did do the level, some of the stuff I did on Elite, like all the Korthos Island stuff, because hey, why not? And I did skip a couple already, like Stealthy Repo, and I am also going to most likely skip a couple of these right here. I don't think I need Fresh in the Air, and I don't think I need Proof is in the Poison, and I think I ought not do that. So I think I'm actually going to be skipping those two as well. I have done Irestone at this point. I finished up the Catacombs, and I am currently at work on the Sharn Syndicate stuff. It looks like I am up to... I did Bookbinder Rescue, so it looks like... where am I up to? Oh, let's find out. So come, join me while I hopefully not die on the Hardcore League here on twitch.tv/DDO Stream, the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. I stream live here every Wednesday, noon to 1 p.m. Eastern for the most part. And after me is Samus Garobo, so thank you very much for being here. Oh, here we go. Actually, where am I just in the chain? Let's just go over there. And while I'm actually doing that, let's see if I have any... Okay, I have spent up my action points. You can see at this point on the Hardcore League, I'm going for a War Domain Cleric. Now, we went into that last week, the build specifics and why you might want to choose that as a healer option for you on the Hardcore League. There are many options available, but this is one possible one that seems to be not bad, because the Radiant Healing, passive AoE healing, is certainly useful to keep you and your fellows alive. So I mostly, but then, so why War Domain? Well, I do need to do some DPS and healing. I'm doing a lot of, solo play as well, or small group play. So I need to be able to, if I want to survive all the way to the end here, for example, I can't just sit there and only heal. You're going to need to be able to also dish it out. So that's really the plan, is to hopefully find a good balance of both of those things, so that this character survives all the way to level 20. By not having to worry so much about the feats, in particular weapon proficiencies and things like that, you get that passively through the War Domain. As a cleric domain, I can focus my attention rather than on using those, say, enhancement points and that on things like DPS, I can focus it a little bit more on the healing, the AoE healing specifically through Radiant Servant, while also at this point at least being able to keep pace DPS-wise with the content I'm facing. Now it's going to get trickier and trickier, of course, as you get higher up in level, but that's the overall goal of this build, in case you're curious. Good question, Montauk, on whether or not you're going to be in a dead or alive state when you first log in after we reopen the worlds following the closure of the Hardcore League. That's the kind of specificity, as it were, that is going to be relevant to the FAQ that we're working to publish next week. So why don't I just save the formal answer for that one until then. But the goal is to let you do what you need to, so hopefully we'll be able to accomplish that. Speaking of being able to accomplish things, hello, by the way, party, for being here. Can any of you trap?
Nope.
So this is a quest in which trapping is certainly not a bad thing. And I can get a hireling, I think, if I need to, unless someone wants to quick hit up the elephant or hit up the group in chat if you're a rogue. But sorry, quickish. Alright, well, let's just get the rogue hireling done, just to make this a little bit easier and hopefully accomplishable. This is going to put my thing to the test when I have to start disarming some of those traps here, but I guess we'll have to see what happens. So, should be interesting. I'm currently level 7, so I'm going to bring in a level 7 rogue. Hi, Olivia.
So this is what a life of crime and corruption.
I do resist. I got generally buffs of Magic Circle against evil. You don't want to be compelled at these low levels because you can get hit fast enough to just go down if you need to. I just got some resist buffs, targeted. I'm an ASMR, so I've got a little bit of AC and a little bit of healing hands. I do have the positive energy burst, not the aura yet. And then, of course, every time I do hit a regenerating turn on dead, I give a DPS and damage with all weapons buff to everybody in the group. So it is certainly not a bad thing for burst increase of damage here on the Hardcore League. Another reason why I take my War Domain Cleric, rather than, say, some other very valid options, which I've heard. Things like, say, for example, being a Paladin instead. You could be a heavy armor-wielding Paladin with a Tower Shield and accomplish many of the, I think, the same goals that I'm trying to do here. But in particular, I am interested in War Domain and Radiant Servant just because I enjoyed this kind of gameplay. And so that it really is the why I went on this route as opposed to one of the others that were an option. It's actually possible I may be using this nicked longsword to get out of here on this character for a little while until I get a better weapon. Right now I'm actually kind of enjoying the weapon because it's a Vorpal, and a Vorpal at this level is exceptionally nice, but becomes a little bit less, relevant as the content gets more difficult. I also do have some good AoE stuns, right? Because I've got command, I've got hold person, I've got sound burst, and I've been utilizing some of that as well to help out in tougher fights. And then finally, the other piece I have that helps out with other people in the party is I have not one, but two unyielding sovereignty effects, essentially. One from unyielding sovereignty itself, and then the other one, from Radiant Servant unyielding sovereignty. So I've got two of them. And that ain't a bad thing on the hardcore league. So I'm actually going to move my sound burst down to slot 4. Wait, so where'd you go, Olivia? There you go.
You hear gears behind the walls being put into motion, followed by the scrapes of a heavy
Alright, so this is the dangerous part. We are in the hardcore league here, peeps. Perhaps you should stay in the other room for a little while. Go to your rooms and don't come out until I tell you.
That's why I'm hanging back.
Yeah, just to be clear for those who are not familiar with the Sharn Syndicate, these are insta-kill traps. They will they will destroy you if they go off. So it would be highly good for them not to go off. Thankfully, they're not impossible to disarm, but because I'm not a rogue with evasion, I am being extra super duper careful here than I would normally be on the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream, which I am full well capable, willing, and able to die. I think I'm just going to actually stick with the rogue, because this is the only part I'm really worried about. And as long as the rogue's finding and disabling these traps without issue, hey, we're good. So we'll just do that. I've always enjoyed this adventure pack, though, for quite a long time. It's been awesome. I also like the kind of little artifacts that are actually here, if you know. There we go. Graskitch has a question about the switch to Catalina for Mac OS and the inability of the Wine client to work on that. So what's going on there is that Wine itself is not currently 64-bit compatible, and Catalina has moved over to no longer support 32-bit apps. It's unfortunately an issue that we're running into along with some other games, but what it means, at least for now, is that do not upgrade to Catalina for Mac OS if you wish to continue to play the DDO game client. Hopefully this is something we'll have much better news someday in the future, but at least for now, that's the best advice that I can give you. Alright. Alright, I think we're good.
Do you think we're good?
We just kind of keep bringing them around. Yep, not spotting anything, so I think we got them all. Right? And there's not one over by the note here, so I think we're good, right? It's true, you can run the Windows client through Parallels, Boot Camp, and any other kind of whatever way you get Windows stuff to work on Mac. So, let's see. Wisdom was my highest. Let's see if I can do it.
How about you pick that up while I wait out here?
Whew. Okay. Yay. I didn't die. I didn't die.
There's still time on the stream.
Oops. Wow, it sure was good. Nobody heard that. No, how's it going, everyone? Yeah, it looks like my elbow accidentally muted the mic there, so that's fine. I was just spilling an insane amount of secrets. Wow, they'll never let me say that again. Wasn't that what Krusty the Clown said in that one Simpsons episode? Yeah. I love this quest too. No, did you guys hear the bonuses though? Did I mention the double commendations of Valar? Did you hear that double commendations of Valor? Starts late tomorrow morning Eastern time, runs through Sunday in addition to Night Rebels. When is the next patch? I don't know.
A gruff voice drifts up from the courtyard. The
I
others
think we'd be
cluster
looking
within.
at. Do you want to make an ally out of the Witch Doctor here, or do you want to just fight them all? I'd say we just fight them all, right? Yeah, let's just kill them all then.
Sounds good.
So I'm gonna say probably, geez, next patch is probably not next week that I can think of. It would probably, at the very least, be update 44, which, is coming here, sooner rather than later, but has not yet hit the Lamania public preview server. So, hey, Sharian Light, get over here. There we go.
Complete any challenge may be difficult.
Good enough.
Find a solution.
And that is why I have command and hold person, folks. Right there. Good stuff. Yeah. So, there you go. Yep. It's a little spell point intensive to keep doing that, but like I say, for me it's basically fine at this point.
Gotcha.
I might as well shrine up here. Alright, and I'm unmuted here again. I know it's a little loud here over lunch in the office, so I didn't want to pick up too many side conversations if at all possible here. I think we're probably okay to just go on here, right? Unless anyone really feels strongly like we should shrine up. Alright, get over here by Mad Hand and we'll finish things up.
The familiar sounds you know of the place can be heard coming from the other side of a nearby door. You've successfully escaped the tenements.
So yes, I went for the curse-spewing Dwarven Axe. I think that they may be useful when I get a little bit more proficiencies here as a war domain person if I need to upgrade. Well, what do you think? Rest for the restless?
Sure. That has J or P, I can't remember.
Right, this is the one that's House P favor and D. Right. Alright, folks, there we go. Well, wait a second. Isn't this right? Okay, I guess I am an idiot. Where the heck is Rest for the Restless? It's been way too long since I ran that quest. The heck?
Lady in defense and house peace.
Oh, the Bogwater Tavern. Okay, okay, that's what I was thinking of. Then the quest itself is in the back of House P. So why am I had to make a conscious decision to kind of go a lot easier on myself because I was just not doing very well. Actually, that's cage trolls. There we go. Because I've lost, geez, how many characters did I lose? I've lost 4 or 5 characters right now on the hardcore league, and it's starting to get to the point that I was like, well, am I going to do this or am I not going to do this? Also, why is this not coming up on me? Alright, there we go. So that's why I'm doing hard, because I'm going to hit those goals. I'm going to win! If I don't die, which we shall see. You know what? I think everything's going to be alright. Oh, skeletons. This is going to be so much fun to just destroy everything in my sight with Turn Undead. By the way, this character also does have boosted up, like, improved turning and things like that because I'm such a, reliant on Turn Undeads and they're regenerating. Might as well, right? So.
Crap.
Yeah, this is the one that is right? When you hit the lever, it traps up. And it's in one of these cubbies, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's something about turning, not on this one, but turning levers in the right order or to get the right gates to go up. It's kind of a pain.
I actually don't know that there is a trap. I'm not spotting a trap here. I think it might be at the next one.
Floor.
What was that?
Yeah, it might be the next one. It's been a long time since I ran it.
I think it's in the floor. I think it's 5
Okay.
that comes up to the floor.
Okay.
You may not want to stand right there.
Correct. I am going to have. Lately, hey, you know who it would be okay if they died today? Not me. Let's have Olivia do it. I value you, hireling. I also have closed wounds, which is a nice way to bring back a friend who has found themselves suddenly incapped and panicking on the Hardcore League server. Because it's quick cast. So you can go like, see, boom, that's that. Yeah, that's right. Gosh, it's been a long time since I last did this quest. Trap on this one. I don't think we actually pull K yet, do we? Or do we? Or someone needs to stay here to pull K, is that right? No, because that's H. Yeah, that's right. So we need to do this one first. Anyone remember the pattern here? Otherwise, I'm trying to go off my memory here.
One of them is
Never
north
got it
and west,
again.
and one of them is north and south. I think this one is the north and south one.
Alright, hit south. No, not quite.
Maybe it is north and west. Oh, look, it's lit, so.
All three have to be lit, though.
Oh, I can only see one of them from here.
There we go.
There you go. It was open.
Hey!
I had to open it on.
Alright, now we can do K to move in. Alright, we should be good. This is the one someone's going to have to stay behind for. I'm pretty sure, right?
Okay.
Yeah. You can always talk to Olivia.
I could.
Gonna go in the pool.
Let's just clear out this corner here. What's back here? Oh, rest shrine. Anyone want a rest shrine? Eliminate as many hardcore players on live as accident. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't imagine waiting for new invasion. Yeah, yeah. Ready to pull whenever. I'm not worried about this one. Not with my turn undeads. How about them apples? But no, turn undead's not OP. Bonk. Ah! Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a good thing there isn't a camera on. I might have just panicked slightly. Oh no, I'm totally calm, cool, and collected for sure. Ugh.
Do you have an extra pair of pants here yet? Yeah, it might be another truck here. I can't remember.
And that, my friends, is why I'm on my 5th life on the Hardcore League.
Maybe it's just like, yeah, let's go.
Sweet. Cool, that timing actually worked out pretty well then, in terms of being able to get this done by the end of the day. Oh, by the way, I recognize that last week, for the folks who were around, I didn't get the DDO points distributed before I had to leave to a necessary thing, and I was gone a couple of days. So I'll take care of that today as well, folks. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me on this sort of off the wall weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream caused by some hardware issues. I will be back at kind of normal time and computer here next Wednesday over on twitch.tv/DDO stream, youtube.com/Dungeons and Dragons/live, and facebook.com/DDO Unlimited. You can find our full Twitch schedule over on DDO stream. Samus Garobo is up next. Have fun, everyone. Hope you have a good day.